Hey, what's up? It's your boy Joel Santana, and right now you checking out from the desk below. You heard?
In the
So,
building.
so before we go around and introduce everybody, welcome back from the desk below. Yeah, I know we've been on a kind of hiatus since the Dipset back to back, but it's the end of the year. I'm not going to leave you guys high and dry. Pause, no homo.
Yeah.
With this episode right here, I reached out to a lot of media people in this game, and only a few replied. But I'm not going to take no shots because we keep professional. But the ones who agreed to do
Oh,
this, I think it's a perfect match right here because what each of these
oh shit.
platforms bring is something unique to the table. These platforms don't focus on drama. These platforms actually focus on the artist. And
Mhm.
they actually don't go for, like the randoms, like, like a Soldier Boy or like, yo, let me get that new Casanova interview. They
Hey
actually.
yo, I love Soldier Boy.
I just have to throw out a name like that. But so we're gonna go around the round table. I'm from the desk below. So we're starting with my guy 130, my guy Lukey Cage.
Oh, what's up? It's Luke Cage, Skid God. I don't know. I just talk shit, swallow spit, pause. Uh, Reformed criminal. Dad. I play basketball, but I'm old. Yeah, fuck that shit. Abyss podcast. What up, Carl? What up, Primo Jab? Shout out everybody out there. Yeah, fuck it.
Should have
Word.
worn the hoodies. All right, and then where we got my guy. He's been showing me mad love. We actually did a panel on the Lloyd Banks album of Cody 3. My guy, my one and only, my brother, Fade Rays.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Fade Reyes, the king of the I-95. Anything going up from New York down to Rhode Island, I'm the king of that. You call me the king of New England.
Word.
Melody podcast, you can check me out. It was my birthday last week, and I got a lot of big
Oh
shots.
shit.
Oh shit, happy belated.
Check the page. I got a lot of legends showing love. So, I'm very blessed to be on the desk below and to be rocking with y'all too. It's a privilege.
Yeah, we here.
Big shit.
And
We
then,
here and we doing it, no homo.
and I got and Matt and my guy Bob Rock been telling me a lot about this gent. And when I tapped in, man, I really fell in love with this platform right here, man. I got my guy Tyree from Hip Hop Gems. Yeah, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I don't know if that's your name, Dr. Tyree.
No. My name is Ty. It's Ty.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Ty.
I'll let it down.
Yeah,
I'll let it down.
Yeah. Peace, man. Ty. Hip Hop Gems TV. Every Monday, 10 a.m. We pretty much talk our shit on there. Got a lot of good guests come through and interview, sit down and talk about the music, talk about different things of that nature. And yeah, man, I'm here, man. The voice.
Yeah,
Shout out to my guy Joe.
I'm waiting for my guy Bob Rock to come on the show, man. Yo, Bob, man, I got like 4 interviews from you. Yo, can my Tiger? Come on, Bob. Like, come on, yo.
I just spoke to Bob yesterday, man. He sent me some new music, so yeah, he got something coming.
So what I wanted to do with this panel right here, featuring the gents of media right here, I wanted to go around to ask you guys about this year in hip hop, and I also want to get to let the audience know, like if they never even heard of you guys, like just the very first stint they ever see from you guys, they can actually go check your channel out. So, starting with my guy Ty, probably the newest face around here. Let's say rookie of the year right here. When did you first start?
When I first started with hip hop or just the show?
Hip hop gems, and then if you have background within media, you can touch on that too.
Got you. So I started Hip Hop Gems about 3 years ago. It was an idea that I was kind of toying around with. I was playing around with about 2020. And I decided to go full throttle with it like around 2021, and then we just said, "Yo, man, let's just go do it in 2022." As far as my experience and my love for hip hop, really, that's been around since I was a child. My father was a huge underground head, so I used to steal some of his tapes, steal his CDs, and I would just go crazy, man. I wrote Graph coming up, so I'm like a real son of of this culture. You know what I'm saying? So HHG started just off the strength of that, man. I felt like we needed something much more. We needed a space where we can like really kind of build and we can get together and guys could tell their story, talk about the music, and then we tap in whatever else has inspired y'all to make this style of music. So yeah, man.
I mean, yeah, it was good quality interviews, man. I really liked the Spoda one, man. I was like, oh man, yeah, this guy got me on the Spoda interview. Man, Spoda's a great interview.
Yeah, shout out Soda.
So, shout out to Spo. And then, my guy Fade Rays, Fade Rays, he's like I like to call like the boogeyman, he pops out whenever the hell he wants, man. But when he does, it's a big deal, y'all, because, before I actually knew any of y'all, I actually used to listen to Fade's podcast just for research and stuff like that. And I was like, damn, yo. And then after a few years, I realized like, oh, this guy reached out to me. So, we do a lot of things behind the scenes. We talk about behind the scenes, and we, planned a lot of interviews behind the scenes. So, Fade, let's remind the people on, why you got into media and some of your famous interviews that they may know of. Mine personally was the Vado one.
Hey, absolutely, man. Our relationship, pause, definitely started organic. And actually, like, at first I was just like, yo, who's this guy who keeps hitting me up? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then gradually, like, it just turned into a great friendship. But I've been in the media world. I want to say since Alexa off. My bad about that. I've been in the media world since 2011. I used to work. Oh my God, Alexa off.
Man, that bitch is fucking everything up, man. Alexa.
No.
Alexa need to have a threesome.
I'm sorry for the edits, my G.
No, it's all good. It's all good, my G.
So in 2011, I worked for this company. It was called NV Concepts, and we used to do shows, promotions, and that's where I got my foot wet with interviews. My very first interview ever was with Mac Miller, and I got to, really touch base with him, and he gave me the moniker the hip hop journalist, and that's something that I always rocked with. I used to do some stuff with Wiz Khalifa, Big Sean, and then I branched out and I worked for Amalgam Digital, and I was doing some press work with them. Back when Joe Budden was signed with them, Max B was signed with them. He used to be in The Office, and then I branched off in 2017 to start my own podcast called Menu Melody, and with that, I would have weekly interviews. I was dropping every Sunday. And essentially it would be one-on-one with guests. I chopped it up with a lot of legends from back in the day. People from the Beat Nuts, MOP, Vado, Mano. There's just a lot of people that I got to chop it up with. Benny the Butcher, you know what I'm saying? Back when he was really on the press run. And that's somebody that still to this day, I could call him up and anything I need, he's going to answer. But everybody could check me out. Menu Melody. It's on YouTube, and you can also check out the page. But I'm the boogeyman. I be in the background.
Hey, man. Like I said, man. At least you didn't just full on quit, man. Because when people full on quit, it's like, all right, man. Like, what was the deal for that? Like, what was the run for? But you don't give up, and that's what I like about you, my guy. And then
I'm gonna just say this real quick. So, a lot of what I do now is, in the background. I do a lot of networking. I pop up at a lot of events. So,
yes,
just be on the lookout for some things, and give my page a follow at Fade Reyes.
Yes, sir. And I really want to hear that Mac Miller interview one day, man. One day, man, when the time is right. But and then without further introduction, man, I've been on, pause with this one. I've been on the gentleman for a very long time. I think I didn't even hear him in a song first. I think I actually heard his podcast with. I don't know if he wants me to say the name, but Lukey,
Oh, the fuck you mean?
Yeah, all right, Lukey, you want to fill him in?
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I started interviewing niggas because Big Ghost had me do skits on fucking his records. Like first joint I was on Hus King Pig's joint. I just was talking shit. Yeah, Cocaine Beach. I just started doing skits for nigga. I just send them skits and he throw it on a record. And the rapper like it, he just keep on that shit. So I've been on Conway shit, 38 Special, Rome Streets. Other niggas just pay me for money to do skits, whatever. Why, blah, blah, blah. But before then, I was rapping. I was in a group of Young Dirty Bastards called New Gods. It's ODB's first born son. The record coming out next year. It's 5 years old. New Gods, yeah, with ODB's son. I've just been rapping, but this is another way to just get my face out there. Now I be hosting shows like, come here. I be hosting shows. Like, matter of fact, if y'all up in New York, July 18th, Mayhem Loren. Hey, I told you to say excuse me. January 18th, we got what do you need, babe?
Something.
Not right now. Go back in there, play. I'll be in there. Play though. Don't play yourself. So boom. Freaking January 18th, Mayhem Loren, Mind Force, YL and Starker is gonna be up there in New York. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a heavy metal hardcore show with hip hop infused. So I'll be hosting shows. I still be rapping, but it's not like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I did a couple tours for my own sake. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not with nobody else, just going city to city, staying at people's houses and shit. But like, the podcast did good. The Fuck You Mean did really well for just this niche culture of hip hop.
It was wild.
It
was wild, but it was good though. It was good.
Yeah, yo. It I don't know, man. That shit ended. Now I do the Abyss podcast. You know what I'm saying? Where we introduce this niche culture, this niche market of selling vinyls, merch. We buy merch for the rappers. Sometimes they send us merch for free, which is cool with me. I ain't got no money anyway. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Send me that shit. So boom. Yeah, so boom. Yeah. Like, it's this niche culture is amazing. We don't specialize in nobody that's really big, except like the biggest we got. Well, we got Will I Am.
Yeah, that's multi-plat.
That's big.
That's diamond.
Yeah, but he wasn't talking about no pop music though. The whole entire time he talked about EVE and like technology and shit. But we the biggest person we probably ever got was Conway.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Other than that, we're introducing people to new artists. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. You know what I mean? That type of shit.
I think like the Abyss is a great, extension from the Fuck You Mean, because it shows like the evolution where because you could tell in some of those interviews you didn't want to be so like Miz be going off and Luke like trying to be like, all right, man, like yo, it's good. I'm like, yo, fuck that shit. We wilding out today. It's like, all right,
I'm pretty sure all three of y'all have a douchebag friend who could talk his way out of pussy, and you want him to not. Don't say that, man. You're not gonna get no pussy. That was every episode of the Fuck You Mean. Like that dude almost he could talk his way out of pussy, or don't yell at the police, man. I got a burner on me. Like, word, that type of shit. Word, nigga, I got motherfucking 8-ball right now, and you're yelling at the police. I don't want to hang out with that guy. So that's how that ended. Yeah. So like, boom. Now we doing on to the Abyss podcast, and we get along every week. We only been in one argument in 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
So yeah. But big up to the journalists we got on here. I guess we're journalists. Do you all think we're journalists?
That's a good question, man. I wrestle with it like every day. I don't like to consider it, but then sometimes I feel like I'm more of a content creator than a journalist. But then I don't know. Then one day I may feel like I'm a journalist. That's an interesting question.
Now people still low shit.
Yeah.
No, like I said, like I'll let fade and then I'll answer that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I would have to say that my roots, I went to college, I went to school for multimedia, and that's how I actually got down with Envy Concepts, and I was doing write-ups for them. I did a lot of stuff for Big Sean and Wiz Khalifa when they would be around. So I would say I would consider myself a journalist.
Word. Journalists still low shit. That's funny to me.
See, like I don't really consider myself a journalist because you would have to write stuff down. I'm very good with the words, but I'm not very good with writing them down. Hence why I'm not a rapper. When I first started the podcast, all I had was like 2 phones, like Kevin Gates. I would get the guest.
One from the
I would get the guest to call the phone. And then I would just hit the voice recorder. I would just upload it to this thing called Anchor. But then,
Anchor, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think I would consider, I like what Ty said about like a content creator, but then some days I feel like a journalist because we're actually covering like history on these artists, but it's not written down. But then I have to ask myself, who the hell in 2024 is reading an article online? And then I find myself reading an article online. I'm like, I just kind of backtrack what the hell I just said. Yeah. So it's a throw up question. And and I like what you said when people steal my stuff. I don't consider it stealing because I always said that I'm here to inspire. I don't want to be. I don't mind saying this shit because I said this plenty of times. A lot of people like us, we probably looked up to somebody in media before. Like I remember when Ty was promoting his upcoming scene. He's like, "Yo, I'm on my Jordan Power shit." I'm like, "Oh, you're Jordan Power, man. That's my dog right there, Jordan Power." Or like or like my guy Fade may look up to somebody like a Nori or like a DJ EFN. But if you guys ever looked up to somebody and had the chance to like meet them or like have a conversation with them and get on a personal level with them, and they say "fuck your influences," that kind of gives you the inspiration to be like, you know what, I'm gonna be the change that things need because I'm not gonna be old and bitter like Doggy Diamonds. People know my history with me and Doggy Diamond. Every time I get a chance, I'm just gonna take my shots because hey, Doggy man, like you're probably never gonna see this anyway. But
I'd be surprised.
It's a new age of journalism. It's a new age of what we do now too. And if I can just inspire people just from like posting what I do on my socials, then hey man, I already won. But hey, if they be nice to get some credit.
Yeah.
Like, but I like to use my platform. Like the thing that what I do now too that people don't really see is now too. I can get these big names, but I won't talk to them for like 2 hours, like a Ty Ferris or like Way to God. Like man, because I think it's like we got so many of these dudes interviews. Like one of my best interviews that I didn't suspect is a Starker interview, and
Starker, yeah.
I honestly I thought that was one of my shittiest interviews, and it's like one of my highest interviews. So you just never know what hits. So where I'm going with this, what's an interview that you guys did that you didn't think would hit, but it actually did hit? Pause.
Oh man, I guess I'll go first on that one. My interview with Spanish Ran, that was like that was
shit. Fade away.
Oh yeah. I can get him back in.
Okay, go ahead. Spanish Ran.
Oh yeah. So yeah, my interview
was
my interview. I appreciate you, Lil. My interview with Ran was the build up to that was crazy because I remember the whole week I was like, oh shit, I'm about to interview Spanish Ran. Like I didn't even think like but we exchanged numbers and he was just like, yo man, yeah, I'm gonna come through on the show. But the funny part was that he was texting and he was like, yeah, I've kind of been asking around about you. I kind of been wanting to know like more about you. Like I revealed myself a little bit, but I still kind of have like this mystique about me. So once he found out that I was pretty much a solid dude, we got a chance to sit down and really build on. At the time he was dropping that joint. Man, this was like 2 years ago. I forgot the name of that damn joint, but he had dropped that album, and we got a chance to. We almost had like a 2-hour conversation, but I had to cut it short because I had 2 other guests come in. So that interview would end up being like one of the most viewed interviews I have. And then one more, the interview that I just did with Baba.
Lame.
Yeah. That one I didn't think it was gonna be how it was. I didn't think a lot of people was gonna have that kind of reaction to it. But when I go to the spots and when I see a lot of the artists or just some people that are fans of the show, they come up to me, they're like, "Yo, man, that Baba interview was fire." So those two interviews, I would say, was the ones that kind of like took things out of there for me.
Word.
Shout out to my guy Salim right there, man.
Yeah, man.
And what about you, Fade?
Yeah, one interview that I wouldn't say I underestimated because I knew it was gonna be good. But it was the DJ Pooh interview. For those
GTA 5.
Yeah, man. Co-creator of Friday, Q, and it was really my first time being introduced to like the West Coast element, and that really gave me a lot of people from the West Coast hitting me up. I'm East Coast to the core, you know what I mean? Like, so it was a good branch to get out there. We actually got to talk on the day of Nipsey Hussle's funeral, and he was just leaving the funeral. So a lot of people just gravitated towards that because it was a very emotional time, and I didn't know how big that would how it would grow. And me and Pooh, Like I'm gonna be real, man. Like a couple years ago, he just hit me up like, "Yo, here's $500. Go take your son Christmas shopping." I was like,
that's tough, yo.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
bro, it was like it's the craziest thing. So, shout out to,
Apple juice.
so I definitely say that's one of my favorite interviews and one that a lot of people definitely hit me up about.
That's tough, yo.
Yeah, I never knew that DJ Pooh one. Damn, okay. Yeah, I would have thought it was like the Mano Avado or the Fredro Star, because you had Fredro Star, I think, when he was like fresh off that the Breakfast Club interview when they had like the little pissed off me, but I could be wrong. No, if y'all watch Hip Hop Media, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was within months of him doing the Breakfast Club. So yeah, and I tried to stay away from that because, like you said, we don't do this for clickbait. We don't do this for sensationalization. We do this for love of hip hop.
Absolutely.
Right up.
What about you? What about you, Lukey? Let's just stick to the Abyss era.
All right. Peep the fly shit. Maze Overlay interview.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
Hey, yo,
wow, really?
Yo, I saw that one.
You saw that joint?
Yeah.
Low key, I'm gonna keep it a buck. He was kind of bugging. I think he was on shrooms or something. and he said he was a 5%er. I'm like, yo, there was so much stuff that was cringy.
I remember that one. That one. Yeah.
I think someone was tweaking. But the thing about it is when they cut the clips, he has a lot of fans. Well, in our niche community, he has a lot of good fans.
Yeah, he does.
But nobody likes this nigga. Nobody likes this nigga. All the rappers don't like this nigga. And they hit my line, my DM, and they told me why they don't like this nigga. And that's just, they all have stories about this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you one right now. Nigga hit me, said, "Oh shit, that shit went away." The nigga almost got the studio shot up in New York because he said, "Fuck Mano." If you know any gang shit,
Maze Overlay said that?
Maze said, "Fuck Mano" in the New York studio. So dude was gonna come have that shit regulated.
There we go.
So I'm like, you say all this shit, and you say that you don't compete against nobody in our lane or nothing like that, but you get vinyl sold in our lane. You work with everybody in our lane. Machacha, the Test Collective, Makes Your Records. That's who our sponsor is. So you don't compete with anybody in our lane. What you're saying is insane. And so then Danielson, this is this nigga off the strength of our podcast.
Yeah, I was trying to find that.
Oh, it's on his page. I think he might have took it off, yo. And but Maze didn't say nothing back. I'm like, yo, all of this from that. And you really, I mean, it did what it needed to do, but I didn't think that interview was gonna go up like I didn't think people were gonna tell me they're gonna put hands on Maze Overlay in my DM over this interview.
Oh shit!
And talk back. It was like 4 or 5 weeks in a row. Everybody hitting me with fuck Maze Overlay stories, but other people interview him. They love the nigga. They love his music. He has good music.
I got
oh man, and they told me why he got locked up and everything. I'm like, yo, I want to make a diss record now. I got so much joy on him, but I like Maze.
Yeah, like I got a part. Yeah, he seemed cool.
Me either.
Like but I think that's like I don't think that I don't know who Mano is personally, but I heard stories of Mano and like that. There's probably like him and Jim Jones are probably the two people that you probably don't want to say fuck them in New York.
Hey, yo, son, Flea Lord had the burner on him, and they said he's gonna shoot somebody. Then they said Mano's down there. Prodigy told Flea Lord, Mano's down there, don't do shit. So that should tell you right there. Wait. Fade away.
Mano's a cool dude, man. Like he's one of the dudes that hit me up for my birthday. Like he's really a family man. Like he's down to earth. He's really changed, but like the old Mano,
that's Gucci Man. That's New York Gucci Man to me.
Yeah,
because Gucci was a wild nigga down here, yo.
I like how we have these conversations for when it's all media personalities and not the artists too, because this is where I think like, you know, some of the things that should be highlighted, because it's different when you go to the artist and actually say it to them. It's not technically talk behind their back because we want to be respectful, but when we hear like certain stories like outside of the music, it's like ugh, like I used to always wonder why like the God Fahim never used to get the respect that he does. And no, sorry, no,
I
God
understand
Fahim,
that.
I'm sorry, sorry, the God Fahim, I'm so sorry, I meant to say El Camino. I used to always wonder why El Camino didn't
I
get
know why too.
that. Oh, well, we'll get into that. Yo, I remember why El
Right.
Camino, like, you know, you never like, yo, how come El Camino doesn't get the respect he does? And then when I started doing my research online, I was like, oh, so he's people buying merch, but they're not sending it out. And I think that's, you know, very
Right.
odd in this niche community, because I think that since the rise of Griselda, the
Mhm.
physicals actually became more popular. Like, when was the last time we seen a Killer Army vinyl get reissued? And it's probably off the street from the Griselda, because, mind you, it took like 7 or 8 years. But do you guys think that like the rise of Griselda, and I don't want to say, well, Doom did have to. Okay, do you guys want to say like the rise of Rock Marciano, Griselda, and Doom had an impact on bringing physicals back? Because back then everyone's like that piff for iTunes. I remember that you had to have an iPod.
A lot of credit the return of boom bap and a lot of the originality of hip hop, you know, to the Griselda era. So you know they definitely influenced. It's funny you mentioned that. I was on Instagram earlier today and I was just scrolling, and Def Jam just, you know, they were re-releasing the Dipset
Fun.
Infinity vinyl and the DMX It's Hot. And I was just like, wow, this is pretty dope. Like, you know, and the vinyls look ill themselves. So going to Griselda shows and just seeing how their merch was set up, like seeing CDs, like that shit blew my mind. Like being in this generation,
Yeah.
I was like, wow. And I think a lot of artists took that blueprint and ran with that.
My
You're
big-
definitely correct.
Yeah, he good. Yeah, I agree with that.
My biggest. Oh no, go ahead, Ty. No, go ahead.
Like now, I'm starting to see. I was just seeing Dave East just drop a vinyl for his not the project he got out now with A-Rap music, the one he did
Okay.
with Mike and Keys.
Okay, yeah,
was
I know that one. Yeah, Apartment 5B.
yeah. He just dropped a vinyl for that, and yeah, I mean, you know, him being independent now. I mean, you know, look where that come. You know, look where that influence came from. Then also he's hanging with West Side. He's hanging with Dizza. You know,
He
so
needs to.
Yep. So I'm pretty sure he's you know, he's getting a lot of knowledge from them regarding how to move independently and how to make money in this thing. You know.
Yeah. Definitely. The science to me is I never left hip hop. I never left it. So when they have like this dark ages where it was like the radio wasn't playing good shit, I was still held down by like Ghostface, and the guy who put Rock Marciano on was Sean Price. Sean Price put Rock Marcy on the Snow. No, Rock Marcy put Sean Price in the Snow remix, and that's when Rock Marcy his stock went up. After that, I got into Griselda from Rock Marcy being on Reject too. You know what I'm saying? But before that, it was Griselda Ghost, Big Ghost, and I was talking back and forth to Big Ghost because he was so funny. You know what I'm saying? When his blog about fuck Drake and shit and the 10 softest rappers. You know what I'm saying? And so
I remember that.
Griselda Ghost, the Griselda Ghost and Hitler wears Hermes too. That was in Ginza, downtown Atlanta. So this whole function, I've been around and seeing it. Wait. So like boom, but definitely the physicals, Griselda, hoodies for $60. I remember they came in a yellow package when they first came out. You know what I'm saying? Like dope. You know what I'm saying?
They're
like
champion.
Yeah, they still are champion though. Some of them are. But
some of them are definitely still champion.
Yes, but the feeling that you had of being on the computer and hopefully getting the hoodie, I missed that. That it was like the Hunger Games. You had to sit there. You had to like go away from work, or like I worked at night. I had to set my alarm to wake up at 12 noon, maybe like 11:58 to put it in my cart and hopefully I had a hoodie still. I had a T-shirt. That was one of the greatest feeling. I was like, that was a fun time right there. But
Like
it's not. It's like a sneaker drop. You said?
Yeah, it's like a sneaker drop.
Oh my God! It really was. It was a time. Then you see like everybody wearing that Griselda sign, the Fly God shit. Like that's like a Wu-Tang symbol. Yes, ma'am.
That's a fact.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, definitely you're
That's a
right.
fact.
The CDs, cars don't even got CD players no more. My laptop ain't got no CD player no more. You know what I'm saying? And we still buying them. Oh man, my daughter over here watching Lloyd Banks on the freaking. What you watching Lloyd? What Lloyd Banks?
I think
why she tapped me.
to see what they have done, and I know a lot of people try to duplicate it, a lot of artists try to duplicate it, but they have literally set a huge blueprint on like how to move in this independent lane, underground space, if you will. And I could never look at what they've done and like say like diss them or anything like that. Like they literally made a lane for guys to eat in this space and feed their family, put their jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like that's amazing, man. Like they off what some may seem as not traditional, or that the sound is dead or so to speak or whatever. They kept that alive, man. And it's amazing what they've done.
That's why the reason, yeah. And then they pray for me. That's why I hated that record so much. Because we had trap beats. We had the dude that made Sexy Red beats on a West Side Gun record.
Yeah, Jeezy on it though.
Yeah, Jeezy on it.
Yeah, that's cool. But I'm like, I'm listening to West Side Gun.
You want the Fly God, the Derringer.
I want that. I don't want to hear Nas Little Durk on a song on King's Disease. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this shit, man? Yeah, I paid my money. I could have got my daughter some sneakers. You know what I'm saying?
Building off what Ty said about actually it can change people's lives, because that's actually very true. Because I remember when Flea Lord was first starting out, we did his interview. He was living in a project building. There's a video. I gotta find that video somewhere, but because he was doing the reaction video, it was like his 2018 interview. But he was in a literally project building, like selling crack. And then I remember once after the release of Lord Tark 2, he actually went off, did his own thing. And the dude's got his own house off of music, because off that 2020 run he did, where he released the album every month. Now, people like to say Papoose did it first, but it's like, no, Flea Lord did it first.
Yeah. He had vinyls. He had vinyls. He was selling. Yeah. Everything sold out too.
Everything sold out.
And I think the continuation of that, I don't know if you guys can see that though, but shout out to Bowers Over BS. Yeah, I think that is like what the future of it evolved in, because like what you guys said, I never experienced sneaker drops because I'm not a sneakerhead, because I'll have a pair of Timberland boots and a pair of white Nikes, that's it. But I never got to experience a sneaker drop, but what's like you guys said, the Griselda, you actually had to be online. I'm like, I may have to step away just to get this. And with Bars Over BS, they do a great thing with limited releases with covers, because they do a lot of video game release covers. I noticed that it's a limited time for that drop only. And it's like that same feeling. It's like, am I going to get the Metal Gear one? Am I going to get the Zelda one? And I think that is what it evolved into now too, because he even had a Griselda release on there, the Conductor Machine one, and I don't know if you guys want to consider this a Griselda release, but the Boldy James and Conductor project he also had on there. Other side of the tracks.
Well, they on Griselda, so that's Future Way, Boldy James. The Griselda project. They got another one on the way. They got another one coming on the way too.
So
in 2025.
So there's another question that I wanted to ask you guys. Who's somebody that you guys wanted to interview in this lane that you never had a chance to or that you guys want to but it can't be somebody that has 10 years plus, somebody new, that has a great, that you've been a fan of for a while but never actually had the chance to I want to interview this guy.
I wouldn't even know if they would be considered in the hip hop realm, but 070 Shake, I would love to get an interview. Like that's somebody that I would really love to tap in with.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that because I only know him from Kanye. Him or her? Is it a guy or a girl? Because I only seen that name on a Kanye project.
You know, that's still a mystery. No disrespect.
Oh yeah, so nobody knows, eh?
Yeah, you know, but that's somebody like I sometimes I take a break from hip hop, like the real hip hop, and just like listen to something a little, you know, little different, and you know, she, he, whatever they are.
The pronouns. The
You gotta
alphabet
respect pronouns.
Non-binary.
My pronoun is nigga. You know what I'm saying? Word.
Are fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Hey, yo, niggas gender neutral, bitch is gender neutral, but bitch ass nigga is definitely gender specific. You know what I'm saying? Word. It definitely is, yo. Word.
Yeah.
Word.
I think for me, man, I want to interview my guy Bub Rock. A lot of people don't even know. Well, he's just one person, but I went to school with Bub Rock.
Yeah.
So
Oh shit.
yeah. I went to school with Bub Rock. I'm from Queens originally, but I went to school out there in LA for a little bit. And yeah, man, me and Bub, we used to hoop together, like really.
Oh shit.
Yeah. We used to really like hoop. Like Bub is nice, man. Bub is nice.
Yep. You still nice? You still got it?
I'm still a problem. I'm for sure.
Oh,
still
word?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, son.
I still.
I hoop still too. I'm old though. Yeah.
So yeah, man. Bub used to me and him actually used to be going back and forth, man. Pause. We would have some battles out there. But
That's what's up, man.
yeah, he's one. I want to interview Vega 7. He's like a fucking mystery to me.
That nigga is funny. That nigga live here. That nigga is hilarious.
I heard he's down there in Atlanta, but I heard a couple of things that made me laugh. But yeah, he's definitely one person I want to interview as well.
Yeah, it's a good interview.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. Well,
I thought you lived in Queens.
nah,
Oh,
he moved in. He moved down here. He moved down here.
He moved down. Yeah, it's
I
funny
saw
because Vega's from like the neighborhood across from where I'm from. So
Word.
I'm from Rosedale. Yeah, I'm from Rosedale, and Vega's from Laurelton. That's the next neighborhood from Rosedale.
I'm about to text son and be like, "Yo, you MF Doom son." No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, yo, son. I saw Vega. I was at the Rock Marshall show. And I was walking out because Carl, dumbass, he brought a knife to the show, and they would have.
Oh, what the hell?
Carl of all people, 50-year-old white man from Canada, had a knife. He had the poker on him, like he had to go hide in the bushes. I'm walking out. I see someone with a mask. I looked at him. He looked at me. He said, "Yo, I'm Vega 7 to Rona." And I was like, "Oh my God, what's up?" Yeah, like that's why I met him at the Rock. And Lord Owen and Sorry, the kid was there.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, and that nigga, he hooped.
Yeah, he's nice. I just seen a video of him just recently.
He talked a lot of shit. I played his team. His team was good. Yeah, he had a dude named Dino on his team. He dunked on me. He used to play for Memphis.
Oh,
but
shit.
He's like 20 years younger than me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah. I'm 41. So like, boom. I'm Twilight era. Yeah, but interview I want to do, I don't give a fuck. Primo Jab schedules the interview. If we get him, we get him. Low key, Amani Caesar, fuck you. We've been trying to get you on the show for the longest.
Wow.
Know what I'm saying? Word. I had beef with her because he was saying motherfucking selling bricks on the Cash App. You don't sell. you don't have no paper trail with bricks with drug money. You don't. That's why you don't let people deposit a lot of money in the bank anymore with cash. I don't know, man. That line just disturbed me so much when she said selling bricks on the cash strip rack, selling bricks on the Cash App.
Would you ask her that?
Yes.
Okay.
Word. Yeah. Damn.
I don't think because there's a lot of things that I had a chance to do that I didn't ask because I didn't want to be that guy. Like I'm trying to think of one where I actually had to I'm like I can't put this out. Oh, I know one. The tragedy Gaddafi interview that I can never put out because it started out stuff like that, and then he started like, "Yo, you post my DMs, I'm gonna come to Canada. I got people everywhere."
Oh shit!
And this is where at a time where I I don't know what the hell was going on, but I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not just gonna hang up. So I started talking back, and then he's like, yo, I know where you live. I'm down with the bikers. And I was like, you know what?
Oh shit.
I'm just gonna put this in the email, and maybe if I die, somebody finds it, but I can never put that out.
Yo,
There's also
put that
another
shit
one.
out.
There's also another one that's the thing that I could have blown up this platform by doing all the wrong things by like, oh, I'm gonna clip this out and put this out. My Keith Murray interview, I
Oh
had to
no.
do I had to do so much edits on that interview because half of it's great and then half of it's like he's going off about like, oh, this guy's not paying me. Oh, my baby mama called the police on me. And it's like, man, I don't think I can. He also said a lot of weird shit. Okay, what Art of Dialogue did, all that shit that he did on Keith Murray, he said
He
that
did
on
it with
my.
you.
Yeah, but I was like, yo, I can't do that. I could never do that because I think that when I came into this culture that I was more fans of media personalities going at it because I loved when the Breakfast Club was beefing with Hot 97. I'm like,
Yes, sir.
damn, this is what like the media beef should be instead of them focusing on like I'm trying to think of a beef at that time. The 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 Rick Ross and the G Unit thing. Like I really didn't like that because like I like Meek and all that, but there's also times where like I also liked Rose songs, but it's like I I don't like
Let the
when
niggas fight, Lo. Let the
yeah,
niggas go at it.
but don't document it. Don't document it like an Adam 22 and like profit off that because you know how much interviews that he has with artists that are no longer here that he always references. He's like, "Yo, I had this interview when he died," and it's like they profit off of trauma within our community. Because how much?
You know, when I did my Keith Murray interview, I had to clip that thing so short because I wasn't trying to make a legend in this game really look crazy like that.
Yeah.
Because that's not the MO. Like I really came into this trying to archive, and I knew when I started doing podcasting that it wasn't going to be a long-term thing. Like one of my biggest influences and why I got into podcasting was because of Taxstone, not Tax. Well, shout out to Taxstone, but was Combat Jack. So when Combat Jack passed away, just going back on the archives, it just really made me think like I want to leave a legacy that people can go back and really be proud of. So Keith Murray's family, God forbid anything happened to him, they could go back and reflect on the positives of his legacy.
See,
Yeah, he punched Tupac.
so I like how you said Taxstone too, because he was also somebody who I looked up to, and I found out he's a real asshole. I remember just because I was like always saying free tax, and I used to always say, Doggy Diamond was my Johnny Carson because I was like, I'm the next doggy, but then I realized I was like, a lot of these dudes who I looked up to are just really asshole. Yeah, it's like because they got a certain type of interview, but the thing is though. I don't mind throwing alley oops to people. Everybody wants to say like, "Oh, I got this interview," and then hide who got him it. Me, I'll post the PR person who actually got me that interview. Is like, yo, maybe that somebody out there would be like, "Oh, he's giving us the tools to go out there." Because I'm not gonna hide it and be like, "I figure it out yourself," because I know what that's like. And in order to be the change that you want to see, you got to do it. Yeah, there's sometimes I may talk my shit here and there. It was like
Me too.
maybe we're all a little bit bipolar in some way, but I know definitely I'm bipolar though.
I'm not bipolar at all. I'm just a crazy motherfucker. Fade away, you say?
Nah, you gotta have a little quirks. It's just like, I mean, this is a bad time to mention, but like what Jason said in Black about Rick Rubin, theocracy to be great.
Yeah. And now Jay-Z got 100 problems. He don't got a 99. He got a bitch. He got a one bitch who was 90. He got 100 problems now.
With
Rock.
See, with that, I like how you bring that up now too. So, do you guys think that doing media the way we do and not asking outrageous things is the right way to blow up because the guest would want to come back? Did you guys ever think of that? Like when an artist does a Vlad interview and he blows it up the wrong way, do you think he's gonna go sit down with Vlad again?
I'm gonna tell you this. So when I did my interview with Scram Jones, he literally was like, "Yo, man, really thank you for this platform. It was refreshing. It brought a real energy." And then I think he went on. I forget what radio show or, and they were just asking him like great stuff, like about Eminem. It wasn't even about Scram Jones. It was just about him producing for Eminem. So I like to really highlight things that most people wouldn't, and it might not give us the credit. We might not get to where other people go, but it gives us a different respect. I look at the way that I interviewed DJ EFN. I wasn't asking him anything about Drink Champs or Nori. Next thing you know, I'm at a Drink Champs episode. The Drink Champs episode that I actually got to go to was with Sean Penn, who supposedly was shot. And I kind of confronted him on that. And long story short, I ended up getting put in a chokehold. I ain't going front.
Word?
Is Sean Penn the dude that was in the Little Scrappy with E40 video? Or am I thinking about somebody else?
Yeah. Sean Penn, he was a one-hit wonder. He actually did get a track with Biggie though, so that was pretty dope.
I got to. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Fuck you, as a salute. But yes, go ahead.
A lot of people say that he was the one that set up Pac in Quad Studios because Pac was going to go make a track with him that night.
Interesting.
Did you guys ever meet a media personality or an artist that was more down to earth than you thought he was?
Mano.
Okay. See, well, I think it's the right day you approach Mano, though. But Mano does seem pretty chill on the side now too, because that's one of the people who I used to be scared of, like going to New York in the early 2000s, man. Because you used to hear these stories about Mano, Dipset. It's like, man, I don't know if I want to go to New York, man. Like maybe I'm just better off being a fan. But now, like actually, like being in the games, like okay, I actually want to go. It's not like they're gonna put hands on you. You just gotta be respectful.
Yeah, that's a fact. I met Conway. Conway was cool as hell. Conway laid back. Conway was just like mad open, and when I met him, Paul was like just really embraced. He kind of surprised me personally.
Word.
With this, oh yeah, go ahead, Lukey.
Planet Asia.
Oh,
that was dope. Motherfucking, I rapped for that nigga for like 15 minutes. I love you too, babe. And he just kept on laughing, and I kept on saying, "Yo, man, I can't believe you over 6 feet tall." Yeah, and Rock from Helter Skelter was there. That nigga's tall as shit. He's like 6'4" or some shit. He's tall as shit.
He tall as hell.
Yeah, and so Planet Asia was laughing. I said, Atlanta, GA, where almost every cop is a hater. Before they approach you, better eat the roach like Tyler, the Creator. Remember Tyler ate the roach?
Yeah.
And so he started laughing. And the next day, it was A3C out here. I was in our Planet Asia was over here. I was like, yo, Uncle Asia. He said, what's up? Then Rock was on stage. I said, Rock. He said, yo. He said, tall niggas. I said, tall niggas. He said, shout out to everybody over 6'1" in the building. I was like, oh. So Rock was dope. Oh, and Pharaoh Monch. All them niggas there was so cool that weekend.
I talk to Pharaoh almost every day.
Really?
Well, not every like 2 days. I'll send them like a fuck the meme, but yeah, we chat. But with
he can sing good.
With with Planet Asia though, I would actually like to see you interview the Planet Asia with Roscoe. I almost forgot the name. Cali Agents.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes. We had Planet Asia. Then he had to travel. Yeah. He went to Germany. I think he has children over there or some shit. Yeah. Because we're booked out to May. We booked out to May, so we stick on that schedule. And he said he had a travel day. So we couldn't do it.
I like how you said Tyler with the roach now, because this is something I wanted to ask all of y'all now too, because since the rise of Tyler the Creator, because I remember there was a time where if you used to listen to that Odd Future, you were looked at as a weirdo. But I used to love that. I used to love early Odd Future. So I was curious when
Hell yeah.
you guys got put on the Odd Future and your favorite member. Pause.
Oh man.
Oh, oh, my bad, my G.
No, go ahead, yo.
I was just gonna say, like, you know, obviously Tyler, I would have to go, but like talent wise, pause with the answer. I gotta go with Frankie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
you
Okay.
throw a little that channel orange on. And it says,
Definitely.
Man.
That shit go hard. Pause. The whole album.
The whole album, man.
Yeah. No homo. Wait. Yeah, it's homo.
Hey.
Forrest Gump.
we not discriminate. You know, this
That was good. Just don't sing Forrest Gump in public. Just don't go to Midtown Atlanta or go to Brooklyn in the gay areas. You know what I'm saying? And sing Forrest Gump.
I'm a.
Holy hell. That was
This
good.
is
Though.
dope.
Damo was always tough to me too. Pause.
Yes.
Besides Tonka, I fucked with Damo. I thought he was dope. Earl kind of had to grow on Earl. Pause. Like that had to kind of come later for me.
But I thought Earl Sweatshirt. I still play Earl Sweatshirt. It's on SoundCloud. That shit is one of the most. That Bastard and Goblin are some of the weirdest incel raps.
I agree, man.
You can't say that shit no more.
That's
And
true. That's true.
That's true, man.
And then me being a tad bit older, and the homies are looking at me like, "What the fuck you listening to these faggots for?" I'm like, "This shit
is jamming."
This shit is. That nigga said, "Victim, mommy, you my fifth one. Rape a pregnant bitch and tell my friends I had a threesome." I said, "What the fuck?" My girlfriend at the time was like, "Oh my god, that is the what did he say?" She ran it back, and that was Tron Cat was her favorite song.
Yeah, Tron Cat,
yeah. I'm like, "Yo, you like that? Oh, no wonder we together, huh?" Word. But those three albums. But I still play Earl Sweatshirt to this day on SoundCloud. I
love his project with Al. That I love that one.
What's he talking about though?
I don't. That's the thing. it has this thing where it's like, yo,
I don't know what the fuck he talking about. I don't know nothing. Then my nephew came out here and was like, "Yeah, Earl's great." I'm like, "What the fuck he talking about? Do you know what the fuck he's talking about?"
And I don't think nobody has an answer for that shit.
He's always metaphorical. So yeah, you telling me? I'm sorry, yo. Maybe I'm a microwave popcorn nigga. I want to put my shit in the microwave and get it. You know what I'm saying right now. I don't want to read these lyrics and be like, "Oh, I think that's what he's saying." If that's the case, all I want to, I'll put on Supreme Clientele. You know what I'm saying? Word. Because we know the fuck. Yeah.
Nutmeg.
Or Camp Low. You know what I'm saying? That shit was more musical than Earl to me. And I don't know what the fuck he talking about. I just don't.
There was
Mike. I don't know what these niggas talking about.
There was
sometimes Quayle Chris too. Yeah.
I also like that, like how like that Earl sweatshirt where so it says Earl. It's Earl rapping on Earl on the album Earl. It's like the fuck, yo. Like it's like, but I think that, and I also like how Fade said Frank Ocean because he did one of the most biggest fuck yous to the industry with that fake album. Do you guys remember that whole debacle before? He's making a staircase and he's telling Apple, "Yo, this is my new album right here, like the Timeless album." And it's like literally him making a staircase for like 6 hours. And it's like, I'm not gonna lie, I watched that. I used to go like time to time. I'm like, where the songs at? And there was nothing. So, and then like I think after when Blonde came out, I didn't even listen to it because I was like, "Nah, man, you gave us that Timeless one. No, I'm good on that." And then I didn't realize like that was his biggest record after Channel Orange, because if y'all don't remember, the reason why Nostalgia Ultra, it actually took me a very long time to pronounce it Nostalgia, by the way, because back then I was like, "What the fuck is that Nostalgia?" But yeah, like I said, like I used to be smoking a lot of weed back in the day. But when with that Nostalgia Ultra, a lot of people want that on iTunes, but there's a song on there called American Wedding, where he interpolates, or if I don't know if he interpolates or redone that the Eagles,
The
I think
Eagles.
California, Hotel California. I never heard of that song until they brought that lawsuit up, and it made me go back and research. I'm like, oh, they sued the hell out of him for that.
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
They won all the publishing for that whole entire album. For that sample, they said some shit like that. It's back on. You got it.
But before we leave this topic, because I like how Ty said Domo. When did you get first put onto Domo? Because I like to say Domo Genesis has two different eras between when he first came out compared to his first actual studio album.
When I first heard him, that had to be around like 2011. I remember like after that had to be after that cipher that they had, that cipher that went viral.
The one at the BET he did?
No, it was one that they did. It's called Odd Futures. It was like some cipher that they did at like photo shoot.
Oldie. It was called Oldie. I know it exactly.
Oldie, yes.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember, all of them was going. So after he went, I just started tapping in with him. I'm like, oh, all right, bet. You know what I mean? And I started like listening to more of his stuff. I even was like in what's his name? Haji.
Yeah. He goes by Jerry now.
Yeah. Yo, he changed his. I was fucking with him for a while too.
And fun fact, he is actually. You guys remember Nelly Furtado?
Yes.
Yeah.
He has 2 babies with her. And when I was doing research, because I was trying to get Harji, and I was like, yo, when I interview you, I'm not going to talk about your wife and stuff like that. And he's like, yo, that's cool and all, that's cool. But I couldn't believe it, but because I do want to ask him, like, yo, how'd you bang Nelly Furtado, man? Like, tell me the secret.
I had that. She's just a bird. She fly away. She'll know where her home is. What about a bling bling bling? What about a ching ching ching? What about all the money spent up to date? Yeah, I have to ask it. I'm a regular nigga. You know what I'm saying? I wanna know. Like, I wanna know. Who sing that song? I wanna know. That's Joe, ain't it?
It is.
I don't want to know all the details. You already got babies with her. Let me know how you bagged her. What you do? What was the line? Were y'all doing lines? I know he's sober now.
Okay, so I got a joke for y'all. I used to joke online that I seen a lot of people pick up after. You guys remember the era when Joe Budden used to always flex like his newest chick online? I used to always like comment. I was like, yo, I want to join those Illuminati like messages that you get like in the DMs. Like I used to always type back. I'm like, okay, I'll join, but can you give me the Illuminati superpowers to pull any IG model I want, the Joe Budden powers? And they used to be like, what the fuck are you talking? It's like, I need the Joe Budden powers, please. So it's like, you guys gonna fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you guys back. Yeah, Illuminati pages. But I don't want to get off topic.
Tell you my Joe Budden story.
Yeah, Joe Budden story. Yeah.
Lo, do you know about my Joe Budden story?
No, I don't.
Oh, man.
Okay, so wait, we'll touch on that. I don't want to skip over the Art Future. So as soon as we're done that, remind me. So, do you listen to Domo, Ty? What was the first project that you guys ever heard from him? And then we'll go into the Joe Budden.
Oh man, let me go back.
Because he has one that he has 2 mixtapes that he doesn't consider his. I don't know. He doesn't acknowledge them. One's called
Alchemist.
No. He considers that a real one. This is before that. One's called the Rolling Papers, and the one he's rapping over industry beats is called Under the Influence. But he had this one song called Smoke 'Em On. And if y'all watched Pokemon back in the day, or like know the theme, like I want to catch, I'm not saying that, but you guys know.
Yeah.
He redoes that song, and it's like,
oh shit,
this guy was definitely high when he did this.
Yeah, what a fucking nerd, man. I love that shit.
Yeah, but it's like when they acknowledge like certain like when Pro Dillinger or like the Cure, that's things like. But with Art Future though, like, what was that first album that you guys heard from that? Because Domo has that album of Alchemist that people's like, yo, this is crazy. It's like, dude, this came out during the Dad Pep era.
It did. Yeah, it's for that Under the Influence and that whole No Idols joint, that whole run. right there. That's like when I started really paying more attention to him as an artist.
Mhm.
And started, you know what I mean, tapping in more into his discography. But yeah.
Well, I ain't really tap into something like that. I heard him on the Triple X, and I liked it. The Triple X with Danny Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, yo, he killed that shit. But I didn't make me go listen. But I did go. My girlfriend at the time, she liked him, and because I was listening to Alchemist First Infantry, so that's the same sample. Our boy Al. That's it. He's like, that's the same thing on Domino. I put it on. I didn't listen to it again.
You should listen.
So I ain't really
to
tapped in. So
listen to his album of Gray Matter because it's more of a style of what we got going on now. Yo, shout out to my guy Gray Matter too.
what up?
All right, so yo, so what happened with Joe Budden? Fade, like, is it positive? You know,
It's got to be good.
Nah,
I used to look up to Joe Budden.
we were just talking about, like Joe Buttons and Shorty. So I had first class lesson. You do not bring your shorty around rappers.
Oh yeah.
Girl, like, don't bring your little fling around. So back when the first Slaughterhouse album dropped, we had gone to a show, and I was with Shorty and we're chilling, and Joe Budden invited us to the VIP. So I'm kicking it with Joe, everything's cool. I'm like, yo, like, I even offered Joe to go get him a drink. So I go to the bar, and I can't get back into VIP, and my Shorty's in there. And I'm like, that's my girl. I'm like trying to wave them over. I'm like, yo, phone at the time, right? So I'm like 45 minutes waiting. I'm sipping all the drinks. I'm like, fuck Joe's drink.
Fuck Joe's drink.
Yo, back. I got fucking like 10 photos, selfies of Joe Budden and my Shorty in my phone, and I'm just like, God damn.
I'm telling you, it's the Joe Budden powers, man. I don't know what it is, man. They flock to him, man. Like sometimes, like, yo, I remember when I posted my celebrity crush is the real Tahiri, and then he blocked me on Twitter, on my old Twitter after that, because I posted. I was like, this was like 2009, 2010. I was young, dumb, man. I didn't know what the hell I was doing at the time. But
Joe Budden TV days.
Yeah, yes. And you know what's crazy too is, like, some of the people from that era that I actually got to interview, because a lot of people don't read. You guys remember the A-Team?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So a lot of people don't realize that, like, they think Hitchcock is like some dude from, like, I think it's from California, but the dude who I actually interviewed is from the one of Ransom and stuff like that. And they don't. I think that if Joe Budden, or who did Desert Storm, was it DJ Clue or was it
It was Clue.
It was Clue.
It was
Clue.
Illuminati. So oh yeah, right. So you guys think, like, if they didn't go into media and actually focused on music with Desert Storm, because it's kind of funny how Clue does media now too. Do you think that they actually would have had like a great label besides just Fabulous?
Clue would have literally bigger than Dame Dash. And if you go watch the Hard Knock Life tour, the tour back in '99,
I got that DVD.
Clue being like, yo, you need to focus on one thing. You're trying to do this and that, this and that. If you look at the people that Clue had under him, he had Stack Bundles, he had Fab, Ransom, Paul Kane, like
Red Cafe.
Ali Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah, did have Ali Vegas, yes.
He
forgot about that.
Under his wing. So if he really, like, stuck to the end, he would have definitely blown up and been huge in hip hop. He's huge, but he would have been comfortable.
I agree with that. I think that he kind of, I ain't gonna say he kind of cut himself short. I think that he obviously, his vision is his vision, and his career is going the way, pretty sure that he, the way we wanted it to. But I think we definitely would have seen one of the amazing. We would have seen something second to Rockefeller. I'll say that. Like, we would have, that whole Desert Storm run that would have been legendary.
Yeah,
I agree.
I remember that.
He's already big. Yeah, he's already big in the mixtape world. So Direct Effect too. I remember Direct Effect.
Direct Effect, yeah. MTV.
Yeah.
I can't.
But Lala.
Yes.
Lala.
Yes.
Direct Effect is fucking rap Rap City Battle Freestyle Friday, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking it was a artist. I was like, I don't know that artist. Okay. Okay. So with that being said, I'll keep it cut because I don't want to drag you guys on for like 2 hours or not. But what do you guys think is your most played album of this year? And it could be old or new. Because you know
Oh,
the
man,
classic,
it's
the classic
easy.
hit.
It's
I bet
easy.
you, I bet you I know what yours is.
You already know what it is, yo.
Mark
What is
Harvey, Rich Haitian.
Rich ass Haitian.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, rich ass Haitian, man. Love that album so much. Bruh. And my homie is Haitian. I call him Eddie Billy Z. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no blood. And yeah, but he's definitely Haitian. I played the first song for him, On the Way. It means like goddamn, like holy shit. And like, yo, from then to hear my favorite rapper, Rock Marcy, on that shit.
Oh yeah.
Fahim killed that shit. The dog rape line from Droog. There's still no other line
Oh,
that
Drew.
made, yeah. There's still no other line that made people that mad this whole entire. That has to be like the verse of the year.
Mm.
Yeah, might have to. Drew. No one got mad. You Reddit nerds.
Yeah,
mad
that's
as
true.
fuck.
That's Reddit though.
And then, but then Twitter, he was blocking anybody who had something to say about the dog rape line.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Drew was blocking mad people, and I thought it was light because I listened to Necro, ICP,
Lord
who else?
Goat, yeah.
Like, there's a lot of motherfucking sick rappers out there I just listened to. Say it again?
That Gore, horrorcore.
Gore, yeah. So it's like it was nothing bad. I thought dog raping them. They got that dog in them, but he got another dog raping them. Oh, two legs, Homo sapien. I was like, yo, I thought about Drake when I heard that line. But yo, Sunji, that whole album, no skips, and it ends great. Big Chico and oh shit, my daughter loves JC. Come here. Hey yo, what's your favorite song? No, what's the other song? No, she's not saying it. She says Bandana Beanie.
The Beanie Siegel one?
No, Bandana Beanie. 03 Greedo says put the hat on, Bandana Beanie on Rich Ass Haitians a song.
Yeah.
And so whenever she wants to hear it, she says, "Can you listen to the Bandana Beanie? Bandana Beanie?" Yeah. And she'll say, play it again. I think Spotify said I played that song like 700 times. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I really gotta quit skipping that because I don't like 03 Greed. I really gotta stop skipping that song.
I was prepared to hate it, but somehow it works. Yeah.
I have to go in with that. Okay.
I'm not a fan of 03 Greedo.
No, me neither.
That song though.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna go into it with a different mindset tonight because I do have to.
What's that dude's name? K Tronada. What's his name?
Oh,
made the beat. K Tronada.
Catrinata.
Catrinata. Someone said gay Trinata because they played the G with the K. They call him gay Trinata because he's gay. Yeah, they found out he's gay.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you know. The more you learn. I don't know if that's an American thing right there, G.
No, we got that in Canada. It was on PBS, and yes, I was raised off PBS.
There you go, yo. What else? What albums we got here?
What about you, Ty?
Yo, Tyler Dale and V Dawn banned from non-state.
Oh man,
Free Ty.
Free to scale, man. Like I don't know what it is. I never sold an ounce of drugs a day in my fucking life. But that nigga will make you want to feel like, yo, I'm about to go run some shit cross country. That album was incredible, man. V Dawn, I don't know what it is about that shit, man. It's just Tyler Dale was like one of my favorite rappers, honestly, out right now. So it's shit like I think every time him and V Dawn get together, it's magic happening, bro.
Yeah. Man. Shout out to Heist Life.
Yeah.
Heist Life. Yeah. Definitely.
Were you at the cookout too?
Yeah, I was there.
Word?
Yeah. I was there. Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. Yeah. What's up? You at both days?
I didn't go to the first one. I went to the
Okay.
second one.
Oh yeah, that shit got shut down. Oh,
Yeah,
both of
yeah.
them got shut down.
Yeah, they did. The building one, I was surprised he was able to pull that off.
At the end, it got shut down. I left. I got on my scooter, went to the train, back to Jamaica, Queens. No, you got to move to New York, man, to get to these shows, bro.
I know,
Word.
man. Yo, we got nothing out here because these promoters don't know how to do business, man. I swear, it's like, or they're just not tapped in. They're like, we need a new country singer or the hottest dude from Instagram. It's like, no, I don't think that I can't do that. That's why when a lot of people, when I grew up, they're like, yo, you actually interviewed so and so. It's like, because I'm not paying attention to what's going on here. I try before anybody, I actually tried interviewing artists in my city, but it's like, I can't interview a bisexual rapper as my first guest, and then half the artists on there, they're not spitting. They're like, I sell drugs and take Benno. It's like, but that's not what the hip hop I grew up on, though. Like,
Lo, let me ask you, man, because Kendrick is about to come out there. How is the reaction to that out there, man?
So yo, check this out. So during that whole Not Like Us, Schoolboy Q came out like I think like the week after the Calgary Stampede, and he didn't make a single post or anything. Nobody knew nobody knew anything. It's like, oh, I wonder if he's hiding that. But that Kendrick Lamar thing, I want to see. I actually want to go to that to see how that all plays out, because you guys got to think of it like this: we've never seen an artist of that caliber within like any genre call somebody a PDF file and have it nominated for 5 Grammys. You're doing a Super Bowl because of it, and yet you're coming to this dude's hometown for 2 nights. But you guys got to remember it like this: Kendrick is cut from the cloth of Aftermath, and Aftermath is known for Game 50, the Dre. Like, but you guys gotta remember, like, he comes from that cloth. But I would love to be in that arena during that. Tickets are going for $1,000, and there's rumors that Drake's buying all the floor tickets, and so it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes out. It's gonna be interesting.
Put it down.
Definitely, man.
Definitely. And for people don't know, I'm Team Kendrick now, because if you look at it, I used to be like, Drake's not that bad guy, but after More Life, I'm like, I don't know if this guy, because you guys got to remember, that was my Canada Jay-Z. We don't have anybody like that. The closest one we have to like a superstar from Canada is Cardinal Official. He's like our Nas.
Oh man, I ain't heard that name in a minute.
Convict mixtapes, it was good.
Yeah. He is our Nas, because everybody knows, how good he is, and he has a great track record with lyricists now. But we never had like a Eminem, or like, I think our Eminem to closest is Mercurials at the time, because like we don't
I know that is.
He signed a Snoop Dogg. He's actually from my town. Well, he's not from my town. I think he just visits, but like I think he lives there. But yeah, he signed a Death Row, signed a Snoop Dogg. But yeah, he's a white guy. He tatted. I got nothing against him. But like we don't really have people like that. Like I like how you brought that up now too. So my album of the year. It's I kind of feel guilty about this now, because you guys said all these like underground lane rappers. I was like, oh man, so mine technically isn't, but I guarantee that everybody, including your favorite rappers, probably looked up to him at one point. My album of the year has to be LL Cool J's The Force.
Oh man!
Album,
you got the vinyl?
Yeah. This shit right here, like this album right here. I didn't expect it to be my album of the year, because I don't share a lot of my personal life on the podcast, because I like to be professional, and I don't like people knowing about my personal life like that. But this album, you guys hear this album?
Yes.
Yeah.
Q-Tip produced it. That's why I was so interested.
Do you guys know the beginning sample to this album?
No.
Mm-hmm.
So the beginning sample to this album is a movie called The Warriors, and
The Warriors. Okay, yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
And that's like a cultural staples in
Yes.
hip hop. And
Indeed.
I remember growing up, my dad was like always curious about what I was into, and he tried to like involve himself in my life in the best way possible. And I remember when he showed me the movie The Warriors,
Mhm.
and I fell in love with that movie. And the same day after, I went into his CD collection, and I was like, "What does my dad like?" And I couldn't find any rap, but Ice-T and LL Cool
LL
J,
Cool J.
Mama, I
Oh,
Knock You Out
wow.
CD. And it was all in the same day. And then when I heard that sample on this album, I cried, man, because like my dad's not here anymore. And
Oh,
I swear, like that's like a sign of like somebody saying, like, yo, like you just gotta keep going, man. You just gotta like like I wanted to quit media. I didn't want to do media anymore when he passed. I was like, man, fuck, I can't do this because I'm not in. There was a time in media you could see the timeline where I was releasing 3 times a week, and then when that shit happened, I didn't know what to do, and it's just like something inside me just to keep going. But yeah, this album right here, it has so many of my dad's influence and my world built into it because it has the Eminem song on here, the Snoop Dogg. These are all artists that we used to vibe to in his truck, and like my dad used to sing that Batman and 50 Cent and Eminem song, Gatman and Rob. I used to love that song. It's like, yeah, pops, it's kind of weird you listening to this, but okay, I see what's going on. And yeah, man, this album right here is very special, man. So if you guys haven't heard this album, and I know it gets a lot of flack because it's produced by Q, it has a lot of weird beats, but like you gotta listen to the lyrics. Don't listen to the features. Listen to what LL has to say, because man, he really spills his heart out on us.
I disagree with you, Lo. The beats are I think it's a really solid album, bro. I don't think the beats are weird at all. I think everything goes together.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's one of LL's best records. So you loving that? You're right to love that album, especially what happened. Your dad waved at you, G.
That's exactly
From
what happened.
across the plane. He said, "I'm all right.
I'm all right. Yep.
Yeah, this is for you." You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? God worked. What did A.A. Rashid say? He said that God works through man. You know what I'm saying? So in fact, we are the hand of God. So the hand of God said hi to you through that record. That was for you right there, G. You know what I'm saying? That was for you. And I almost cried with you a little bit right there. I kind of felt a little some shit right there.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean like together like that.
A moment was definitely growing up.
Yeah, it was, yo.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that, man. You know, I cried several times on the fuck you mean, B, like bald.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and like
so.
that's what I like about music. Like it can bring a different emotion out of you. Like
True indeed.
like
Yep.
yeah. So
True
that's why I don't think I could ever go against this culture and like try to make money off it, because it's like, man, hip hop was there for me when I was homeless. My hip hop is still there for me. Every time when I'm in a bad mood, I'm like, man, I need to just put on these headphones and listen to music. So it's like your music is a powerful thing, powerful.
It's very powerful, man.
Yeah, but I still want to check. You want some more juice? Yo, if I can get my baby some sneakers or another ball pit or anything, get a check, bro. There's monetize your channel, do whatever.
But the right way. But the right way, not like
There you go.
Like it'll be
Vlad.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong, people. Yo, I like money, yo. But it's like we want to do it the right way, y'all. So
I think you gotta have some morale to this, man. You know, I think a lot of us is true to the culture, we true to the space, and going against it for me personally, it wouldn't even feel right. You know, if I was to, go viral off a clickbait question, or go viral off of, just saying something that was just outlandish, it wouldn't feel right to me, man. So I'll definitely, for me, man, I wanted to keep my shit organic as possible, true as possible, because that's who I am at the end of the day. Hip hop, not only did it save me from a lot, it made me feel, seen. It made me feel like it was okay to like cry over certain records. I remember the first time I heard Joe Budden, All of Me. Like I was on
Yeah, one of my
You know what I mean?
favorites.
Yeah, man, like that record right there, I probably cried twice listening to that, like back to back. So that was, there's moments like that that make you feel like, yo, I can't go against my morale, my principles, you know what I'm saying, in this space right here. So word, man. Hip hop is
Definitely.
everything, bro.
It is.
I like how you said that Joe Budden one now too, because yeah, man, that's one thing I kind of wish he still would do is just rap. Like podcast.
I mean, I really wish he would. I really wish he would. Come back. Let us get at least one album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
There be some better beats.
Yeah.
Some of them beats was whack. Them bars is dope, but them beats was
It's fucked up.
garbage juice.
It's fucked up how there's a whole generation out there
It's time for
that only knows him by podcast and they don't know him from rap, and it's like, damn,
They
bro,
don't.
They missed out on the new music one,
New music,
2,
yeah.
3. Come on, man. They missed out on all of that.
all they got was they probably tapped into it. Slaughterhouse, welcome to
Doing- yeah,
our
doing-
house
doing-
era.
Yeah,
But that
word.
wasn't
Yeah,
really
they
that good. That album.
Nah.
A lot of the Joe Budden. The Joe Budden CD is one of the most okay CDs. We're gonna take a bath in a second, Mama. So chill out real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I'll wrap it up now too, because before I leave,
Pause.
I wanna leave you guys with a little bit of inspiration now too, because as
Hold
somebody who got into this game and got a bunch of interviews like a lot of people who people talk about to this day, I want to leave you guys with something now too. Don't ever afraid to be yourself. Don't ever afraid to put out what you want to come true, because honestly, you guys can go for the Jay-Z interview, you guys can go for the Nas interview, and guaranteed if you just stick to your guns and be persistent and just keep true to your word, I promise you that anything you guys want will come true, because it did plenty of times for me.
Hold up, man.
No, I appreciate
Hey, you
bro.
are inspiration, man. You got
Word.
almost all my favorite people ever on the joint. You got M1 on the joint. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Where I'm like, holy shit, how does this motherfucker get M1?
That's
got
a fact.
Dead Prez on the joint.
Dead Prez.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, holy shit.
Quick
Listen to that
story
shit.
about Dead Prez, man. My father introduced me to Dead Prez when I was 14 years old. That's when I first
Dang.
heard Dead Prez.
Propaganda.
I was blown away
Shit.
when I'll never forget that. I heard he let me hear Walk Like a Warrior. I've never
Oh,
heard
yeah.
no shit like that in my
Yeah.
life.
In front of bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shoot at the cops. Shooting at the
Yep.
cops.
Yep.
I loved it.
When I
Yeah.
first heard that, my mind was blown, bro. I couldn't believe that shit.
Man, I was older. I was listening to the first one. I'm an
Propaganda.
African. I'm an African.
Yeah.
A propaganda on that joint. Then the get
They
free or die
schools-
trying mixtaping.
Get Free-
Yeah, the
yo,
schools don't
I-
touch that shit.
I
Yeah.
had that mixtape. Get free, yo, damn, yo.
Yeah,
Watch
I listened to all that shit.
They
Oh
did
my
one
god.
of they did
Yeah.
one of DJ Drama 2 Revolutionary
Revolutionary
But Gangster.
But gangster.
Yeah, I was-
You
I
get
was-
gangster
the
grills.
other day.
Yeah. That's fuck. That's the schools don't teach much shit.
Yo,
People
yo.
need freedom. But yo, every birthday I play happiness. So
Ah,
every birthday
shit.
on
Mhm.
that, yeah, I play happiness. Yeah.
That's dope.
Hey, bring your
That's
shoes back over here.
Before we leave though, they posted on their Instagram not too while ago
Thank
that
you.
they have a new album. I think it's either done or it's coming though, but they said there's
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that. I can't
So-
wait for that, man.
Hope it don't suck,
Especially-
man. That's all I.
especially with this era now too. I think it's like it'll be more well received now too, because like
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
find propaganda until, I'm not gonna lie, Dave Chappelle, he played that hip hop joint, and when I heard
Yeah.
that, I was like, yo, I was like, what is that? What's that? I need that right there. And then when I heard the Dead Prez, when I heard what's that story we talked about the police state?
JC.
That shit was amazing. They talk about
Oh yeah. We live in a police state.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think there's a video for that, but you can see when they spit. You can see the words that they're doing. It's like I don't
Definitely.
think somebody said this on Instagram. You can learn more from that album than you can a whole year in college.
Word.
Nah, that got some truth to it.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe
Close
it
the room.
because a lot of people don't know. Stove God is considered the biggest right now. But you guys remember who Lord Jamar had before that? Dead Prez.
Lord Jamar.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that he was the one who brought us Dead Prez.
I ain't know that. Yeah, that's
I
cool.
didn't. Look, Jamar tripping now, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He bugging, but he probably trying to make a check though. I don't blame him.
At least he's
I
not on
don't want
Vlad.
that dirty money.
At least he's not on Vlad.
He was.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
was. He was a regular on Vlad.
Yeah,
That Booze
Yeah, we
is
would've
the
won
regular
there.
on Vlad.
yeah. Boo that man. Boo. Yeah, boo
But
that
yo,
man.
yo, this was and then anytime you guys want to come back on and shoot the shit just as a solo episode and stuff like that, just hit me up because, like I said, I don't mind having people on my platform. I know a lot of people there's actually a lot of people who I asked to come on here that I asked to be on their platform. They left me on pause, but I was on theirs. I was like, okay, like I don't mind.
Hey, yo, they dickheads out there, low. You know, already know this shit.
Yeah, I
You know-
know. It's cool.
Yeah,
I
man,
mean-
it's an ugly game, man. You know, and it's unfortunate because it's not that many of us, but it's a
Yeah.
big plethora of us for people to be able to kind of build and but
Mhm.
game is game with some niggas. You know what I mean? I just look at it like, yo, I focus on what it is I need to do. I respect both y'all platforms.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah, me too.
Styles-
baby.
Styles make interviews, man, and I respect everyone's style.
Yeah.
How they bring to it, man. So, Lord, appreciate you, Luke. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you so very much, man.
Mhm.
Word. And let's reconvene for the end of the year awards. You know what I'm saying? I know. Me and Lo are locked in, but we all was for the end of the year. I'm gonna send everybody the vote and see who wins this shit. And our queen will not win any award. If he do, he do. I'm interested to see if Maze Overlay wins. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go
I
back
think
and
he
watch
might.
that interview. I'm gonna go back and watch that interview because I didn't
Yeah,
know
watch
that. I didn't know it was like that.
Man, I heard some wild shit about this dude.
I'll be watching
But,
it with my innocent eyes, not knowing what the hell's going on. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah, Maze Overlay is a wild dude. He can rap though.